Barak, Yahweh, Allah, Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. And I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to share a thought that I had. I was looking at documents of Heaven Gate and many different cults that people join. And usually start off as innocent. It hide behind God and religion. And more than likely, it's behind the Bible, either the Bible or the Quran. And you have these groups of people that feel like this one person that's over this group, he start, or you can say the leader, he start to claiming that he's a messiah or an angel or some type of god or some type of great person or thing. And these people believe them. And when I look in these cults, like what's common about these cults is sexual ritual. The leader, whether it be the woman or man, usually have group sex with everybody there, and they claim that by having sex with these people that they helping them or healing them or cleaning them. And it's ridiculous, really. It's like, who will believe this? And a lot of these people, they are drug addicts. They are people that you can see where I guess the hook, the bait come in, because a lot of these people feel like that these people saved their life. They was drug addict, they was homeless, but nobody cared for them. That they felt like they had a place to go. And in the midst of them going to this fellowship, this church or whatever you want to call it, all of a sudden this leader start introducing new ideas that's not in the Bible. Start commanding them to do certain things that the average person would be hesitant or not do at all. But because they hold these people in high regard and they feel like that if they don't do this, that they're going against some type of higher authority, that they're going to be punished by God or wherever the case may be, that they do these things. And a lot of times they do it happily, believing that they fulfilling the mission of their leader, which in their eyes is the God, an angel, or the anointed person that has been sent to lead them. And as I look at these things, and it give people a reason to mock believers, because, like I said, a lot of these cults, all of them, if not most of them, hide behind the Bible and religion. So they say, religion and Bible have people do crazy things. So they use that to say, well, the people that's in these cults is just as crazy as those religious people. There's no different. But let's look up the definition of a cult right quick. So there's a couple of definitions that's similar but a little different. So we're just gonna look at two of them. It says, what is a cult? The definition of a cult, it it is a system of religion, worship, and ritual, or they can fall up on anything. Devoted attachment to or extravagance, a maya for a person, a principality, etc. A group of followers. Genuine, a cult is a group that is unorthodox in its belief and teaching. It calls for devotion to a person, object, or a set of new ideas. So these people are thinking of new ideas and new ways that's not of the Bible, and it's devotion to a person or a object, which is not the Most High, of course. The term cult can range from any group of worshippers of any God who pay no attention to the Bible to a small, high, paranoid, apostate people who gather around a traumatic leader that use the Bible to control them. So, so we see we got those that come up with new ideas and pay little attention to what the Bible have to say, and then we got those that use the Bible as control, but still it fall up under that coming up with new ideals and saying things that's not in the Holy Scriptures. They go another definition. What is a cult? Henry, it is a group that is unorthodox, it's whatever that word, and has a devotion to a person, object, or a set of new ideas. A small religion group that is not part of a larger or more accepted religion that has belief regard to uh, belief regard as extreme or dangerous. Like I say, I'm not gonna be here long, but what stood out to me when I was just looking at these documents, when I was listening to these so-called leaders that led people to their death, led people to commit suicide, and the video is on the internet. Like you can see how they was teaching. And when I was looking, I was like, when he would start saying, oh, you know, God didn't save you, I saved you. And people are just sitting there like, yeah, nodding their head like, yeah, you true. And I was like, how can these people sit there and listen to this? And what would make a person be deceived and go for this? And we're reading John 10, and we're going to start in verse 3. To him, the portal or doorkeeper opens, and the sheep hears his voice. And he called his own sheep by name and lead them out forth. And when he put forth his own sheep, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, and they know his voice. 5. And a stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. And this stood out to me because I think this the perfect answer to why people go after cults, because they're not of the Most High. He said his sheep will hear his voice, and they will not hear another. Now, for those of us that belong to the Most High, when we listen to these sermons of these cults, right off black, we our ears hear, we know it's not of the Most High. We know it's not His voice. We know these people are not speaking from the Word. And like it said, we will flee. We will run from these people. We will leave. We were like, man, these people crazy. I'm not staying around. But the idea that these people stuck around and not only stuck around but participate in sexual rituals with these people and them getting together and having group sets and thinking that this of God and them using drugs, like it was documented where they would do a whole bunch of shrooms and SAD drugs and then have sex together in a group. And it's like this is not of God at all. And it's these people are not of God. They really don't. I don't know if their intention was to seek God from the beginning, but because they didn't know God and they follow after a man and they didn't know God's voice, that when this person talk, and it goes back to idols, having idols in your heart, having no other God before the Most High. Even a person you can have as a God before the Most High. as idols, and they put these people as idols. Put these people on pedestals and worship these people. And these people words are like the Most High to them, because they don't know the Most High, know the Most High word. They don't recognize the voice of the Most High. That when these people talk, they can't recognize that this is not the Most High speaking. So yeah, I just wanted to come in, just had this thought about cults and why do people join cults and how do people get deceived in cults. And it seems like a lot of my heart be in the right place. But the truth is, when you don't know the Father, when you're not of the Father, when you have not studied and read for yourself, because people that know the scripture, as soon as some of these dudes would some of these cult leaders would say certain things that go against the scripture in the most craziest way. Anybody that know the scripture and read the scripture be like, no. But these people always say like you cannot depend on people for your salvation. It seems like a lot of these people get together. These people called them in. They thought it was a church or whatever, and these people helped them, got off drugs, and ministered to them. So they felt like they owed these people some type of thing. And yeah, these people was, kind and was as a family member to them, and helped them through bills. When certain family members wasn't helping them or nobody, they seemed like they didn't have nobody. These people helped them with bills, helped them get off drugs, helped them feed their kids. So they felt like they had a support system. They was loved, and they went to this, fellowship, what they call a church, but they never picked up the Bible and read it for themselves. The only thing they did was went and listened to this cult leader spill what he think or you know speak, and because they never sought the Most High for themselves, because they depend on the man, because they never looked at the Most High sending this man to get them off drugs or to help them. And they look at this person as, hey, this person saved me, this person fed me, this person got me off drugs. That's why the scripture says we give the glory to nobody but the Most High. As the Most High worked through the donkey, he can work through the wicked, he can work through anybody to deliver us off drugs, to feed us. We don't worship man. No matter if the man righteous or wicked, no matter if the man do good for us or bad, you know what I'm saying? We know that the Most High allow for man to do good and bad, and there's a lesson in all of it. And that when we seek the Most High, He'll give us understanding of how to receive both the good and bad and what to do with it and where to go from there. But we always got to give the Most High glory and know that uh, the Most High is the one that deliver us and save us, not man, even though He used man. And like I said before, He may use a wicked man to save you. But the thing is, when you believe that that wicked man saved you and you start to worship and follow him. But as always, let Yah be true and every man be a lie. Till next time, Shalom.